and welcome back to another episode of Pro Clubs Weekly. I'm your host, 8ball, and joining me in the Christmas gantry tonight is the one, the only, Domino Claus. Domino, how the devil are you, good sir?
8ball, I'm out here feeling festive, son. I'm feeling a bit festive. We're in our Christmas jumpers. 'Tis the season, and as your Pro Clubs Weekly Santas, we've got a present for you tonight. 8ball, talk to the fans of who we got on.
I mean, we always have presents for you guys, let's be honest.
Always.
But yeah, it is. This will be released around about the Christmas time, New Year time. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that jazz. We have got FC Wizardry versus the Dregs, and this is first plays second, again Christmas treat, in the VPG Championship A, I do believe.
Nice.
And what's on the line here, Domino, and those of you at home, is if Wizardry win this game, they win the league. So it's literally all to play for. Hopefully we get to bring you some Christmas cheer, and there's lots of goals, etc. Which means it's probably going to be on 0-0 now I've said that. But so Wizardry, Domino, these guys come highly recommended. Nice. So glad to get these guys on the channel finally, and a couple of good guys from the community in this team as well.
Absolutely.
And I guess Dregs, well, they're second in the league, so I'm gonna guess they're a pretty good team themselves.
Yeah, they've
so
got
it
something
should
right.
be exactly that. It should be an absolute barnstormer. And it is Wizardry playing from left to right in the white. Cameraman playing tricks on us already. He is playing right centre-back as well, which is arguably one of the worst positions to play as centre-back for how we're concerned, trying to get cameras on this game. But we'll move with it for a little bit, and hopefully he perks up a little bit. And Domino tonight... and yeah, just for completion, we've got Dregs in the black, right to left in that Real Madrid away kit. So yeah, tonight back with VPG and height restriction football. Do we miss it?
Yeah, we do, 8ball, and like we see contrasting styles with the other games. I mean, to be fair, there is meta versions to play, and there is meta builds to use when you can use the full ranges of heights and weights, and again abilities and perks. What you do get, in my opinion, is some really classy football with the height restrictions. People can't use the default setting. I'm just saying it there about going long, so they can't use those kind of settings where they're just gonna kick and rush the ball. That's a great ball across there. He is onside.
Josh cuts it back.
But you get to see a lot more.
Ooh.
But as I said, you got to see a lot
1-2,
more silky, slick football. And as I was watching Wizardry, it was excellent build-up play, nice one-touch passing, very calculated in their movements, and yeah, it's for the ballers, should I say? It's for those people that love like they're casuals as well, mate, but it's for the people that know ball. It's really good, entertaining football. So yeah, I'm all for both versions of the game, mate.
I'm glad I asked, and I'm glad you took a really in-depth look at whether or not you like it or not.
Yeah. Well, I had to make a point to myself, a point to you, point to the fans, mate, and that's what they get.
Yeah.
They get whole points from me and a lot of waffle.
Sorry, everyone at home. Yeah, but I think for me a good mixture is always nice, and stepping into some height restriction stuff. Before we've seen some pretty drab games, but also we've also seen on the flip side of that as well what the long ball games can be like as well. So just constantly trying to find that balance, and hopefully with these two teams being so high up in the leagues, they will give us that balance. So far it has been a tightly contested first 22 minutes of the game. The highlight so far is Domino's passionate speech about height restrictions, as TD Kyle bursts through down the left-hand side. Cameraman Jota does really well. I mean, if the game wants to be focused on this right-hand side, Domino, where Jota is going to be based, then that suits us.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
It's just when they break down the left wing, we're in a bit of trouble. TD Kyle. Kinley. Good feet from him. Jota does well to win it back, but ultimately gives it away. Gets sent for hot dogs, and Ramos steps in.
Yeah, big
and Domino, just a quick note on this Ramos. I've been told he's the best centre-back in the league.
Ooh.
So it comes with high praise, this man.
Did Ramos tell you this himself?
Yeah, on his burner account.
Oh.
What a save
Somebody's
that
talking
is
about the
by
keeper.
Middleton.
Somebody's talking about
big,
the keeper.
Big save. Big save. And yeah, he's in our community, Domino, so you might recognise him. Nice big tall build with either a do-rag or some long silky hair. Either way, stop that from going top bins near post, and they got away with one there a little bit, Domino.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was actually quite good defending. He narrowed the angle.
It always is.
Yeah, I mean, he narrowed the angle, so he can only go one place, and to be fair, he picked out the corner there, and it was a great save from the keeper, but they are coming forward again, looking to, again, patiently build up. See, this is the one thing, again, we'll go back to the height restriction things, where you're not going to see the ball get whipped in the box, and you're going to see this intricate play there, and keeper held his nerve again. Held his nerve again and decided not to go across the box.
And it's a game with such high stakes as well, Domino. Mate. And it's nice to see some actual good football, because oh dear,
you say that now, and you cursed it, and look, you got to be there. He read the danger, he snuck in there, picked the ball, took it out of his pocket, and he's been rewarded there, and that is a goal to Dregs. Wizardry with it all to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just saying there as well, with such high stakes on the line. I mean, Wizardry, arguably favourites going into this, with that being top of the league, one win away, because I don't think it's the last game of the season, which means they're probably a couple of points ahead of their opposition as well. And Dregs have rocked up here. Maybe the first 10-20 minutes very even, but the last 10 minutes has been all Dregs and just offside.
That is a late
It was
flag.
quite late, actually, wasn't it? That was a weird one. But yeah, I mean, Wizardry haven't really created too much in this opening 38 minutes. Dregs are arguably looking more likely to get a second.
Yeah.
Fizzed across. Swede does really well. Absolutely textbook FIFA back pass, but we won't say nothing about it. Jan, they're playing. That is the definition of playing out from the back.
Yeah.
This Dregs press. They've got about 7 men pressing forward. Ramos out to Swede. Wyrus keeping the ball a bit now, and maybe they just want to put their foot on it a little bit more, build into this game, but the clock will be ticking. I mean, I think the good thing about it is for Wizardry, if they don't win this, then there should be enough of a gap for them to go and do the business elsewhere, I guess, theoretically.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that you do not want to do, 8-ball. Like, again,
Absolutely
you've got it just, everything works on momentum and a downward trajectory. Once you lose this game, it could go on for a couple back-to-back losses, and then you get into a sticky situation where you have the title in your hands and it slipped away from you. So you always want to do out the pitch, and especially do it as early as you can.
Absolutely.
But they've got a lot of time. To be fair, half-time there, and 8-ball, you always say it, you'd always take the goal right at the beginning of the game, so you've got time to claw it way back, instead obviously on the 88th minute where you've got hardly time to counter. And I'm happy we have got a goal, because some of these games with first and second, they can be great football, but it might be a little bit conservative by the way each of them play. And to be fair, I would class that game, that first half, as conservative. It was a mistake. It was a good finish, but it was a mistake that gave away the goal. But both teams look like they're in second gear. You can tell they're ballers, mate. But I think both teams are in second gear, and Wizardry now need to get out of that gear.
Yeah, I think Wizardry will go in at half-time knowing I don't think they can... It sounds harsh, but I don't think they can play any worse than that, because they've got such high standards. So we were looking through some of the results before this game, and they were smacking teams like 5-1, 6-1, 7-0. So they do have it in their locker. And when we do see teams that we know are good go in at half-time having not performed so well, you know fine well that second half there's going to be fireworks, and that's kind of what we're expecting from this Wizardry side.
Yeah.
And yeah, Dregs, they want the league for themselves, so they've got everything to play for also. So Kane dispossessed, all a bit sloppy in this midfield area, but Tommy takes it down, and the Whites of Wizardry come looking for that equaliser. They've got a while to do it, like you said, Domino. That is a ball, and there's men in the box. If he can find them, he can. It's Kane. Great interception on the way back from the midfielder there, Dom.
It was clever from the attackers. It was clever from the defenders. He used the man as a decoy. Cut inside, but the defenders read it, and it was very, very good. That's high level, all round 8-ball, attacking and defending.
Yeah. Those midfielders tracking back is always. It reminds me of the old FIFA 23.
Yeah.
You know, the tracking back play style.
Yeah.
It was a killer, absolute killer. I'm glad they got rid of that. Wizardry just struggling to get out of second gear here and out of their own half, if I'm totally honest. Nice ball roll from Rome. They've got players lining up on the edge of the box. Josh goes back home to Middleton, who plays to Jota, the cameraman. Can they get things cooking? Because when they do, they look like a good team. They're just, that Dregs press maybe just a bit too solid for them. Stopped. Privateer into the middle. Lahovic gives it back, and he did the overlap as well. And they are a team that do like to play out from the back, as we can see, and it's either play through that press and keep doing what you're doing,
it's a great
ball that is by Tommy, or look for those killer passes like Tommy just did there, and Zinc does well, another guy from our community. Goalkeepers Union, big up.
We do love the Goalkeepers Union, and we do have a Goalkeepers Union.
We actually genuinely do. Long ball. Headed down nicely, but Jan does really well, much like the Dregs CDM who got back earlier on in this half. Cameraman Jota cuts back. Wizardry sticking to their game plan, he says, as Ramos goes long. And to be fair, I do think they need to mix it up a little. Zinc with a quality header. It was a risky one, but it's paid off. Roos, great. I was going to say great defending. He's at the halfway line. Great CDM play. An interception and keeps possession, but ultimately it's lost and dinked over the top. Ramos gets an all-important flick on. Back to the goalkeeper. And I can't help but think Wizardry are sat there just watching that clock slowly, or quickly for them, I guess, tick away, and they've got men over on that right-hand side. They just couldn't play through it, and here comes Kinley. Another goal for Dregs here, Domino, and it might be a nail in the coffin that they can't actually get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, what Dregs is doing excellent is there is no free passes in the pitch. They're not sitting back and letting them play out. Every single ball or pass in someone's feet is being contested by a man, and they're almost going, oh, that's very unlucky.
Wow.
That's great work, great play, good header, just unfortunate. The keeper got himself in a little bit of a tangle there, but look, he got away with one.
What a ball that was, by the way.
Yeah.
All the through balls on there for Kai. Drops the foul nicely.
He needs to get the foul there, because I think when Wizardry do get into that final third of the pitch, you've seen some of those through balls, and they are very, very dangerous. And it only takes one to actually sneak its way through to get a one-on-one opportunity. Yeah. So I mean, Dregs need to do what they're.
Oh no!
They need to.
I mean, if I was Wizardry, mix up the Arsenal, because I'm going to say the short passing at the moment, they've created a few chances. Don't get me wrong, but it's got to be kitchen sink time soon, because 17 minutes in FIFA time is not a lot whatsoever. No. And they've got these players who can play those through balls, those 40, 50, 60-yard balls, and the strikers look buzzing. They're willing to run in behind. They're making good spaces, and constantly you've got a man on the right there who's been overlapping all game, and he's not got a sniff because he can't get that ball through Ramos. I thought he were going to have a ghost penalty there, but it's pulled back for a free kick for some reason. And here is Christensen, about 30 yards out, played short, probably for the best, and they get the corner. Dregs just ticking down that clock, And to be fair play to them. They've come out in this second half and they have looked for a second and a third, whatever. But it's going to be squeaky bum time soon, I think, Domino. Give it 3 or 4 minutes as they put this ball into the box, surprisingly. 2 men come short for it. Here is Kinley.
That's good play.
Back inside. Yeah, very good reverse pass there. Preston does well. Now, can they get on their bikes, go direct, because they need a goal and they need it quick. Kane does really well and gets absolutely cleaned out, much like I think it was 5-10 minutes ago where he did exactly the same. Him or Roos, I think, and Dregs just pressing up on this one now. I think they could do with a little bit more width here, Domino.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of times now they broke their attack down with either an interception or a foul. Keep a great starting position, and yeah, you put one on him there. But they've broken the play down. Like I said, they've done well to actually not let them get into the final third. But when they get a sniff getting in there, it's either a foul or a tackle. They're not letting them get them past. And what it does do is break up the rhythm. Breaks up the rhythm of the game, rhythm of the play, rhythm of the match. And it just goes down to suit Dregs.
Yeah, absolutely. It suits any team that is 1-0 up at this stage in the game and in the league table as well, needing 3 points to keep their title hopes alive. As Preston chases this one down, but it is that guy that unloved guy, he was the one who missed that header as well. It could have put the game to bed. So hopefully making amends for his team there, and it is Kane, the danger man, back post. Josh down to... Oh, wow, is that not gone in?
It's intricate.
Domino.
It's intricate.
Dregs.
I mean, they were just getting bodies screening there. Bodies were just screening the player that was on the ball just in case a shot was being pulled. And they'd done really well to fool the opposition 3 or 4 times.
4v2.
And he's got the back post there. Chooses not to cross it. Chooses to drive it in himself. He's got the ball roll there.
This is a bit of game management. Tommy does well, though. Yeah. That unloved guy. Fully made amends now. That's it. It's all forgotten about that header earlier in the game. And it's all scrappy, like first v second. This is old Man United Arsenal.
Look at this. He's just taking the ball nice and easy. And he saw the game out. And let's comment on Dregs there, 8-ball, because not only did they go and get that goal, and it was a gift. It was a bit of a gift of a goal. You've still got that whole other half. I mean, it's something... From an entertainment point of view for the neutral that you wouldn't want to see on the channel. You look at the score result, it's 1-0. But if you look at that for your absolute elitists, the people that love the channel, people that love EAFC, go and look at that performance and look how they dug in tactics-wise, on and off the ball, what they've done to slow the pace down. And like I said, Wizardry are at the top of the table for a reason. And they neutralised them in many different ways, on the pitch, mentally. It was great, mate. It was a great display from Dregs there.
And I think something that probably goes unnoticed as well, especially with the way we kind of bounce around from league to league, game to game on this channel in particular, is these seasons over at VPG are long seasons. I think they're like 40 odd games in. To still be within 3-4 points away from a team at the top of the league at that point is massive. So there's just so much on the line here, and I think that bled into this game a little bit. You could see the nerves, the skill came out in drips and drabs, but a lot of it was just kind of snatching at things or not playing the right pass. There were glimpses of real quality. However, and that's why we absolutely love clubs, because you could get the best 11 FIFA players in the world, come and get them controlling one person and get them all working together, and you could play, a ragtag bunch who play clubs all the time. And I genuinely think they'd give them a good game, Domino.
Oh, mate, I think there's no questions about it. There's no questions. Again, we're going to go on a tangent here, but you get all these foot players, the ones that are like professional players, and all these tournament players. You put them all in individual positions, and you get them to play a mid-table team that have played together for years, an actual well-chemistry or well-oiled team that have played all together, and I guarantee you they beat them because it's a different game.
That is a challenge.
Mate, let's get it on. Get it on the channel. Who can we contact?
All these famous foot players that I know are watching right now.
Contact them. I've got 3 in my phone.
let's get it done. Let's get it done. Foot versus pro clubs.
Love it.
Thank you, Wizardry and Dregs, for dreaming that one up for us. But no, absolutely fantastic to have 2 new clubs on the channel. This is basically what this channel is for, those of you who don't know. Man of the matches down in the comments. Big shout out to Kane55. I think he was probably my man of the match. Domino absolutely bossed that midfield.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Like and subscribe. It does massive things for this channel. It's the only way we can grow. And yeah, join the Discord. I know a lot of you are in there at the moment, especially some of you who played in this game as well. So get in, have a chat, win some money. What more could you possibly want?
Oh, absolutely.
Other than that, Domino, I think I'm all out of our standard checklist. Let me just, tick, 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 all done.
Well, it's always, and it's great having, we always say it, I mean, we love return viewers to the channel. We love getting to know the teams and the players, but it's always great having new blood and new teams on the channel. So welcome to Wizardry, welcome to Dregs. Yeah, it was a good game. Unlucky Wizardry, it hasn't gone your way, but by the looks of it, you are quite clear at the top. So hopefully you can go on actually to secure that. Dregs, you put a little spoke in the wheel. So let's see if that goes anywhere. But us from Pro Clubs Weekly, happy holidays, guys.
Jingle bells.